Good morning. My name is Carl White. I'm the Parks and Recreation Director for the city. I'd like to welcome you to the rededication of historic City Park. Some of y'all know it as Fireman's Park because of the Central Fire Station here back behind us. Historically, officially, the name is City Park. About 8 years ago, we began, after conclusion of the Parks, Recreation, Open Space Master Plan, we began strong efforts to bring new life back into our parks. One of the first projects we identified that would be good to start with is City Park, based on its location, based on its historic nature, and also based on the fact that we could get CDBG money, Community Development Block Grant money, to do it. So late in 2003, with council's approval, we got funding. That's back in 2003. This is 2009. Well, my early research found that City Park suggested that we had gotten it in 1905. So I thought it would be neat if we could get the money, develop the park, and celebrate the 100th anniversary of the park. Well, I started the research in 2004 and found out that we got the park in 1903. So we missed the 100-year anniversary. And as y'all know, we didn't start the park renovation until about a couple of years ago. And it took a little bit longer than it should have, but we finally did finish it. Historical records show that a man named Mr. Merchant and Mr. Loomis approached the city council. They owned this property. Mr. Merchant, I think, owned this half of the property, and Mr. Loomis that back half. They approached city council and said, hey, this is turned into a dump. We'll give it to the city if you clean it up and turn it into a park. The city council in 1903 agreed. And so officially we got our first park in May of 1903, this property right here. The development didn't actually occur until 1905, but we did actually get our first official park then. What I can find out, the first development of this park included a gazebo, a large gazebo. That was a place to play music. And if y'all recall the turn of the last century, there was a lot of, if you call the musical the music band, there was a lot of efforts in having community bands play. They built the gazebo here, they built pathways, they built gardens and benches. So this originally was an early recreational hub for the city. And that recreation is important to me because recreation has a lot of benefits for the city. So turning to today, we celebrate the rebirth of this park, and I'd like to point out some of the improvements. First of all, it's this pavilion. When we first started looking at developing this park, we had the location of the pavilion just right over there in that corner. And Madeline said, I think it'd be good if we put the gazebo right in the center of the park. As usual, I kind of poo-pooed that idea. But she was right. This is the best place for this pavilion. The next thing is the playground. It's a unique, special playground. It's got accessible ramps. You can go from a wheelchair from one end to the other and back into the playground. It's unique and different. We also have some exercise stations, and the Texas Recreational Park Society conference that we hosted in 2007, they helped participate and put that in. We also have different picnic areas. There's one set of picnic tables back in that corner, one over here, and one back over here. We did some improvements with the walkways, and the trail that goes around is 0.25 miles, so if you go around 4 times, it's 1 mile. We added landscaping and trees, about 30 different trees, to try to bring some tree coverage back to the park. We put in new lighting, area lighting, and trail lighting, and our intent is to match the style of the lighting that will be for the new river trail improvements when we put those in 2010. And it's all about the park today and the people who helped make it. So take some time to walk around and look at what's been done, or visit with the folks who helped develop it. Any council members like to say anything, or Rick Wise?
One thing I would like to point out is guys, all the metal work you see, all the bridge, all the railings, everything was done in-house. None of it was bought as a kit. This building, most of the pavilions you see going up in parks are kits that you purchase. This is totally their design and built in-house. So every curve, everything you see, they bent it in the shop, in the city workshop. So the guys are extremely talented, and San Angelo should be very proud of the workers they have because they're outstanding.